this week's movies, the Christopher Nolan watch, are all year long. We've been watching Christopher Nolan's movies, and tonight we're finishing it off with this first one, Following from 1998, and his most latest from this year, The Odyssey, which is blowing the doors off. And I'm very excited to talk about these movies, especially for his first movie and how good it was. For a low budget, like nobody's in it sort of movie.
So low budget. The budget was $6,000 for
That's
Following.
wild.
And it was friends and family that filmed it for him.
Nice.
That's awesome, though.
His uncle
It came out good.
That's dope to
Really?
see what you can do with nothing and nobody who's actually skilled like that. You know what I mean? Whether they know about it, and they got him into it. They say, "Hey, yeah, we'll help you," or whatever the case may be. But still, as just friends and family, they're like, "All right, what do you need?" And they let you kind of direct and make the project the way he that. No wonder everybody wants to fucking work with this guy, even now, 20, 30 years later.
And he's making like these actors. He's enhancing their performances.
He is.
Every movie we watch, like every actor, it's not that they're bad actors or anything, but he's really pulling out the performances in them, and that other directors just aren't doing today. And I appreciate
And
that.
he got the idea for Following because he had his home broken into and wondered what people thought as they went around looking at his belongings.
Yes.
Like he legitimately had his home broken into, and that's what inspired him to make the story for this movie.
The
This movie
movie
is crazy.
follows a young man. There's no names in it, but there's except for Cobb, but like for the most part. But he's a follower who.
Well, the writer guy they call Bill, and
But that's a name. They say that's a name that he made up in it for Cobb. So yeah, isn't it? So let's just call him Bill for now. Bill is a character. He's an aspiring writer who's out of work and he's kind of down his luck. He started taking the following people, and he's talking to a character in the beginning. He's kind of letting them know like he has these rules for following people. It's not really about stalking or anything. It's about like kind of like learning about different people, and like all their all of their fucking flaws and bullshit.
Yeah, because he's a writer.
And so like he starts following. Well, he starts following one sharply dressed man one day, and the man catches on, sits with them, and he kind of befriends him and tells him he's a burglar, and he takes him under his wing to train him. And after that happens, he finds himself falling into the seedy side of the underbelly of London, and things go awry. I don't want to give away too much because it's a pretty good thriller, in the sense that the intensity in the actors is there and the characters and what's happening. And I thought this was really well done in that instance. And for a movie that cost $6,000, that's filmed with friends and family, it shows a lot of early brilliance, and I can see why he is where he is now. Because his second movie was Memento, which was the first movie we started off with this year, and was Nolan's hitman brother in this. Was that his brother? No. Well, I know John Nolan plays the police officer in it, and he's also been in a lot of other Christopher Nolan movies.
That's the only other Nolan in this movie.
Yeah, he just passed away in April.
Did he?
Damn.
Yeah, that actor. So this was one like it's an easily digestible, and I watched it on a Criterion channel, and it was an hour and 9 minutes.
Yeah, it wasn't long at all.
Filmed in black and white, a lot of creativity when it comes to how things go. Like how it's shot and like how it draws the intensity from the actors and such. I really walked away loving this.
I liked it.
For what it was, it's not the Odyssey, but
yeah, no.
I can see why he got to make the Odyssey off of this.
Yeah.
30 years later.
Yeah, it was a whole setup. It's kind of weird. It's like how it did confuse me in the beginning at first because you know how they jump like ahead of time and come back to the past. So I was like, what's going on here? But then I caught on. I was like, oh, okay, that's what they're doing. All right, I'm watching it. Then I'm like,
I love that he kind of like leaves it where you think he's talking to a therapist in the beginning.
Yeah.
And only for him to come back around and...
I don't want to spoil the end, though. The end was... I was like, are you serious? They actually ended it like that.
28-year-old movie. We could spoil the ending. It'd be fine.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Well, I don't know. This is a spoiled show, but...
Here's a fun fact for you. So Cobb is the name of kind of the mastermind here.
Mm-hmm.
That surname also used by Dom Cobb, another thief, Leonardo DiCaprio in Inception.
Hmm.
Oh, I didn't realize that. That's cool. Nice little
Yeah.
callback.
Nice.
Man, just the way they interacted with each other. Like again, you could tell it was like not the highest tier of acting, but shows some real direction, and I just really appreciate what he put into it.
Sturdy, I think you would like this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you didn't get a chance to check it out,
I
but
did-
I do think if you watch it, you'd really enjoy it.
What's interesting watching this, because this is the end of our Christopher Nolan journey,
Mm-hmm.
and probably very few people have seen this one. When you think of Christopher Nolan,
Mm-hmm.
like
I've never seen it.
My first Christopher Nolan movie was probably Memento, and I had seen it on DVD. It's not like I had seen it in the theaters or something like that, because I don't remember. It was somewhere around that time, but it's interesting to go back and watch this because I can see the seeds of everything he's become.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I definitely see early, especially like I see how Memento got made off of this, and then eventually like Insomnia. You know, because like there's so many elements that are in this movie that he got to expand upon going on. I think it's been a while where we really got we got Tenet. I mean, he does thrillers really well, but it seems like he teams up the thriller with a lot of other stuff. Like Batman, you could talk, that whole trilogy is a thriller type of movie, but it's also a comic book movie, so you kind of like look into it that way. I really want to see like a thriller on this level again from him.
Bro, could you imagine if we would have got The Matrix from him?
Dude, so when Amazon got the rights
Be
to
wild.
James Bond, we had a discussion on the podcast who we think we should be a director. I suggested Christopher Nolan, and that's who Amazon went after, but they wouldn't give him final cut. Which
Now, you see why you should get it.
yeah,
Right.
and which at this point, how the fuck, if Christopher Nolan wants final cut, how do you not give it to him?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was upset. I think I had heard rumors because he wanted to direct. It was either Skyfall or Spectre. I believe it's Skyfall. And Sam Mendes got the job. And he was kind of bummed about that. And I truly think that's why he made Tenet. Because Tenet is a blueprint James Bond movie.
Yeah.
And that's my theory on it. He made a James Bond movie that's everything's inverted in. And the whole premise is inversion.
Mm-hmm.
So man, he really put some stuff together. It's just fantastic. And following, man, like just every aspect of it. Like there's so many details that you go in, and I hate to ruin it for you, Sturdy, but I'm
No,
good.
you're fine. I know it's gonna get spoiled. I know what this show is, so that's cool. I'll get to it.
He like in his characters and in the story and the setup and stuff like that. Like everything is called back to. There's no like holes in the story.
Mm-mm.
So it's really tightly woven, and I don't know what to. But I mean, for a first movie, that doesn't happen.
And I like how he went black and white with it.
Yeah, I thought that was an interesting element of it too. Like going into it, I was like, that kind of turned me off a little bit because I didn't know what I was getting into.
It's a neo-noir type setting that he was shooting for.
Yeah.
So Aaron, take this movie's like kind of like a con job. Like,
Okay.
in a way.
Yeah.
Hey,
There's a double cross definitely coming.
if you guys can answer this question for me, I'll be impressed. How does this tie to the Shining movies that we've seen?
Hold on.
Is there an
Does
actor from
it?
The Shining in them?
Oh, it's the bartender.
Lloyd the bartender's in this?
I don't know. I took
I
a
know
guess.
The alias used by Bill, who is our writer that becomes
Oh,
a burglar. You know how he has that credit card they stole?
yeah.
Yeah, Don.
Danny Lloyd's the name of the lead child actor in The Shining.
D. Lloyd.
Ah, nice.
That's cool.
Okay.
Oh shit.
All right. I dig that. It's like a nice callback. And he does that well. He calls back to all the things.
That was purposeful.
Mm.
Awesome. And I guess
He's
it's
good.
funny. He says, fun fact. Let me pull it up. His oldest brother, Tom. Well, he said Tom, but then I think he changed his apologies as Matthew Nolan. a notorious hitman. And it's not a joke. I've heard that. I don't know the story or anything, but yeah, I guess his older brother is a hitman. Was a hitman.
Sweet.
No, they're both good. But their families, he has a talented family.
They're both good at
Good at
shooting.
different things. There you go.
True.
One film, one guns.
Dude,
There you go.
I knew nothing about this movie going into it, and the idea of a struggling writer or a writer starting out that's just decides to start randomly following people for research on his characters. There was something about that idea I really enjoyed. Like that kind of pulled me in. I'm like, that's really intriguing.
How it moved into them stealing and him being mentored in how to burgle houses and such, and the way they played it off. Like there's a system to that too. I love that there was a system to the following, and there's a system to the burgling. Like and like he was a purposeful MO. Like, oh, I'm gonna leave some stuff a little disheveled, or or I'm gonna take one thing. Like he took one earring from one.
No, that was the thing. That was the thing about the burglaring, if however you want to say it.
Burglary.
Yeah, I've lost track of my beat.
Humbug.
But they weren't breaking in the houses to necessarily steal shit. They were doing it to fuck with people's lives and make them realize, like, what I forgot. What was the phrase he used? We make them realize what they have.
We take what they have so that they realize, we take what, fuck, now I fucked it up.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't about them just necessarily breaking in the houses and stealing shit.
Yeah, we take things to make them realize what they've lost.
Yes.
I believe. I don't know if that's a direct quote. I'm just kind of
something.
No, it sounded like that. It's close.
Because they're in the one house, and like Cobb is able to narrow down like the people that live there, their personalities, who they may be. Like they go into the first house they break into, Cobb and Bill, our writer, main character, they fucking just open a bottle of wine. He's like, are we not going to take anything? No, it's they want us. Everybody has a box, like a box of personal stuff. They want us to see this. They want to. We want to make them realize what they could lose or what they've lost, the importance of it. And that's what made it more interesting as opposed to a movie where they're literally just breaking in and stealing shit.
Like they set up the cheating wife.
Oh yeah, he puts the panties in the guy's laundry, and then they realize the girl is cheating on the guy.
Yeah, that's wild,
dude. But not just that, how it comes back later.
Yeah,
grab those panties to do those things, and
they're sitting in the diner, and she walks in with her actual husband, and the guy and our writer Bill is like, she recognized me. She's like, not gonna say anything. She's with her actual husband, and we saw her with another guy.
Yep. Oh yeah, again, like I said, no holes. Like he pulls everything together so well, and to get to the end when the double cross happens, and you're like, oh my god, he set this up from the beginning. Every little bit, He like, when he's like, get a haircut, get a suit, like he's like setting him up to fall for everything, and it works so well. Follow Mick Manhattan around. You can write a top TV series. First of all, it's grandiose. That's scary because there's plenty of people who watch these shows and that's happened. So I don't want that. I have taken precautions. I am not.
What if it's James that's following you around with the camera?
Well,
what?
Okay. That's just my son.
Would you feel comfortable with that? James following you around everything you do, everywhere you go?
Oh, Sturdy, I got one for you. I know how I'll make you laugh. You ready? Because it's a Jack joke.
Oh, what do you say?
Oh, it's good.
We were watching Night of the Lapis today. It's a 1972 movie about giant mutant
Oh
robots.
yeah, this was
And at one point, Janet Leigh's character is like lighting him on fire, and they show one lit on fire, and he just goes, "This bunny's on fire."
That's something I know would have been a hell of a lot funny too if you're there.
It was. I'm like watching the movie. I look over and I'm like, "Where did you get that?" He's like, "Oh, it came to me."
and it's the first time he's seen that too. That's even better.
Yeah, first time.
That's
he's witty. He's quick.
Yeah.
Yep.
And his favorite podcast apparently is Horror with Sir Sturdy.
Yep.
Not
He gets that from his black side.
He might be lying about that one.
He loves horror movies, so I mean, he within limit. He doesn't watch a lot. I think he loves the idea of horror movies like we did when we were kids.
Yeah.
So
That's cool though.
Me and Jack got to talk for a little bit. We annoyed Mick within like 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
That's like when we met with Anthony.
Yeah, pretty much. He grabbed his belt like he was gonna spank us. I think Mick was thinking the same thing. Had I been over there,
No.
you go stand in the corner.
I gotta let the comedy and the wit go. I can't like.
He would make us both stand in opposite corners. Don't look at each other either.
I'm not going to get pissed off about it. I'm sure he's going to piss off.
Oh, so wait, so you and Jack had interesting conversation, like funny stuff. Okay, it's my turn. Well, let me have a meeting.
Nope. Nope.
Oh man.
Oh, but
We'll have some combos.
no, he was actually he has watched a lot of the Christopher Nolan watches this year.
Awesome.
A lot of them are good, like Interstellar. You know, he watched Inception. He really enjoyed the Batman.
Inception is if it's his first time that age, if it was probably a fucking mind fuck.
He reads a lot of physics books. I don't know.
Oh,
like this is
okay.
not. I'm
Sure he's
starting to
your
think
kid?
My wife cheated on me.
Probably.
Right ahead.
I literally just said that as you said you thought your wife was cheated.
Yeah, no, he's a smart kid. They both are. Both those, and like, yeah, they don't get it from me. Let's just say that. But they
That's
are
awesome, though.
like they were really enjoying the Nolan watches this year, and I didn't let them watch Following because I thought I had seen this, and I never did. I watched it. I'm like, oh, this is not what I thought it was.
Mm.
So I was like, oh my god, I thought, and I was very intrigued by the entire thing, watching it all the way through, and I just didn't know what was going to happen, so I couldn't let him watch.
Yeah.
You know, but there was really nothing.
No.
Even that, like,
No,
it wasn't a bad story.
Did you guys give your ratings for follow? Oh, sorry, Chris.
No, I did
No,
not.
because I was in charge this week and I'm inept. I
Alright,
told you, I'm not
You
myself.
guys,
This is what happens when it's what happens when Sturdy's not really running the show.
Yeah.
So yeah,
You guys are ready.
Listen, I'm this old. All right.
so
what's-
we all are.
What's everybody's rating?
Yeah. So
Kick off.
Fade, what's your rating, Fade, for following?
I liked it. I mean, it's his first movie. Impressive. I'm giving it a 6.5.
Okay.
Stories from a bar, Chris.
Yeah, I am gonna go 7. What I like that I having gone on this Christopher Nolan journey, I can see where all these seeds were planted and how they've grown into everything else he's done.
Mm-hmm.
If I had watched this before having seen all of his other movies, honestly, it might be a little lower.
Okay.
Interesting. Does it have? Because I didn't see it yet, but I'm gonna watch it sometime this week. Does that have anything to do with like how much better he got from this movie to? We're talking about soon, the Odyssey.
Not
I mean, he started off strong.
he started.
just-
No, this is a strong start by far.
Oh,
But if this is the only movie of his that I have seen, I'd probably give it like a 6.
Okay.
I'll
not-
tell
when
you
I-
what though, if I saw this, somebody handed it to me, it was like, this is a first-time filmmaker in 1998 made this movie. I'd be like, this is a really good filmmaker. Where is he?
That's the other side of the coin, I guess, to that argument. But
Okay.
yeah,
But I think I'm taking it from the perspective of like $6,000 budget for this.
filming it with friends and family, like
That's genius. That's genius.
Genius.
Right
Mm-hmm.
the focus is definitely not necessarily on the acting in this one. Not that the acting is bad, but this was story driven and plot twist.
Yeah, plot twist and stuff. It's good.
I will give the acting credit, like, because the actors aren't the strongest part of this at all, but
No.
there's really clear direction. Like, they are actually emoting. There are actual like good conversations that are going back and forth. So you could tell, like, that's a sign of a great director.
Yeah,
Mhm.
For
Yeah.
sure.
it's
I mean, we know that now.
again, and like I say, having watched all his other stuff and how he's grown, going back and watching this makes me appreciate how this was done as his first movie, and makes it even more impressive than had I just watched this, not having known about Christopher Nolan or seen any of his other stuff.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
How about you, Gamer?
Yeah, I'm kind of with stories there. I was a little bit torn on it. I was giving it kind of a 6.5, 7 range, and then knowing that it's his first film, I was like, I think that deserves a little bit more, especially it being his first major attempt. Now learning how the budget is, yeah, I'm giving this a 7.
Nice. Mick?
7.
7.
It's not his strongest, but it's definitely a lot of brilliance. And
It's
to
good.
answer
A lot of
Sally's
brilliance.
question,
Facts.
no, don't remake it. I
No.
don't like Hitchcock used to do that a lot, and like I get why, but this has so much brilliance to it that is so early on. I think this not being remade is inspiring to filmmakers, and that's why this should just be enhanced and not remade.
I don't think we have it to worry about this ever getting remade.
No, but to that point though, there are a lot of filmmakers who might, and I think that does a disservice to the early brilliance. Like if Spielberg ever remade Duel is an early brilliant movie that shows like he was a really good filmmaker.
I never seen it.
It's a horror movie. You'd probably appreciate it.
Okay.
It's about a sadistic trucker chasing a guy in his car all around.
Fun.
It's well done. He does a really good job with it.
Sounds like a good time to me.
Yep.
I'll be right back.
That's another
Yep.
one where, yeah, but like this one, a 7, solid 7 too. Like,
Yeah, and I,
of course it's not on the level, but it's good. It's great.
But I think you would like it, Aaron. So put it in your list.
I'm gonna watch it because I always watch the pod movies if I miss a movie or two. So I'm gonna watch it. And I'll have my rating for it next show. By next
All right.
show.
Let's all guess his rating. What do you think it's going to be?
For what, Odyssey?
No, for
Oh,
following next week.
I think he's going to follow suit. I think it's going to be 7. He'll give a 7.
I'm going to say 6.
Okay.
Not enough.
I think.
Black in the black
Well,
and white.
I was
no,
gonna say 5.5, 6.
no. Here's the thing. There's Sturdy. There's he loves black and white movies. It's like it's automatic.
It's very true.
But this type of style, Aaron, I think you're going to like it because it reminds me of the type of storytelling, like the whole. How you say it?
That's true.
The true. Yeah,
That's still on my list. I need to watch that.
that's a good movie.
I would love to. Where did we reviewed that here? Right?
No,
Or is that cinematic canon?
I think that was cinematic canon.
If we didn't review that here, we should definitely review. That was an excellent movie.
That was a good movie. Yeah, it was cinematic canon because we never heard of it. Ibrahim found them.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
definitely.
like, but like what you're saying with this, like, Sturdy. Remember when you were doing the watching the short films and rating them for CFF?
Yeah.
Like, if this was in there, you'd be like, "Oh, this belongs way
Okay.
outside of here."
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
like one of those. Like,
Mhm.
and I'm not putting any of those movies down. They were great. But it's Christopher, and like anybody who's like, "Oh yeah, we comparing." Yeah, I am, because it's Christopher Nolan. We just saw what he's made since. So like that is like he is a special kind of filmmaker that's on a different level. And it started with his first movie. That's so fantastic.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So I recommend it. I think people should check it out for sure.
Yeah, 100%. All his movies actually, they're all
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, before
Yeah,
we get to his last one, let's kind of recap real quick the everything we've seen so far. Like, are we still on board? Like, I don't think there's any, like you said, every one of his movies is fantastic.
Oh yeah, every one of them. I think he's one of my favorite directors now. I could never say that, but I could say Christopher Nolan is like, he's a good director.
I'll just throw this out there. I believe he's already said it's going to be like 3 years before he makes another movie.
He needs a break.
Yeah.
Good. As far as my favorite, I can't say because I want to see more. Like I want to see other directors. You know what I mean? I don't even mean their whole filmography. Depending how many movies they made. But say what did we do? 10 of his?
Yeah, roughly. I can't
So
remember.
9.
I'd say roughly doing like 10 to 12 of other directors just to kind of keep it around that same number. Like it also including like their very first film, their very latest film. But Nolan is someone that now when I know a Nolan movie's coming out, I'm gonna want to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely gonna want to watch it, and yeah,
I will certainly say that now after the Odyssey. I'm trying to take Batman out of the equation because that is a superhero, and I enjoyed those movies, and I think of those as superhero movies.
I was thinking the same thing.
yeah.
So I'm trying to think of his work non-superhero.
Well, they have Interstellar as number 1 on his list.
Really?
So he has a total of 13 movies.
Oh,
Because and we watched them all. I
Yep.
think we got a little jumbled because we were watching the Batman movies anyway.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So we
yes.
didn't really think of him
That's
as
true.
like Nolan week or anything.
See,
But
and
That's right.
as much as I enjoy the Batman movies, like before, because I didn't know Nolan much, I would say those are my favorites, hands down. But they're like it's like a different type of film. Spoiler alert: my favorite Nolan movie is probably the Odyssey. It's out of the Odyssey and the one with not Batman, yeah, Batman and Wolverine. Those are my favorite two. I can't think of the title.
I think the
But-
ones I probably would not revisit again, not because they were bad, 'cause it was probably Following, which is great, but like you can only watch an independent film, especially a first film, so many times. And
See, my recommendation for Following is don't start with it. Watch his other stuff if you're into Christopher Nolan, and then go back and watch Following. And I think that gives you the level of appreciation you need for Following. You can see where the seeds were planted and how it's evolved.
yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, if you've never seen a Christopher Nolan movie, but honestly, I don't think you need to watch all of them. If you watch
No.
one Christopher Nolan movie, you just crapshoot, take one and you watch it, and then watch Following, you're gonna be like, yeah, this guy's a genius.
Yeah.
You know, from the beginning. But yeah, I think it does help to watch all of them and then this.
Yeah, the Prestige. I'll say
I forgot
Prestige
it-
is second.
Prestige.
Oh yeah.
Those are my top. Odyssey and Prestige are my top two.
There's a lot of push for him to make a horror movie now after the Odyssey.
I wouldn't. As a matter of fact, I would love that because what he would do, just visually, would be amazing, but story wise, would be phenomenal.
I mean, there's so much, and we're going to get into the Odyssey in just a minute, but there's so much in the Odyssey that does lend itself to horror. But if you go back to even Oppenheimer, this is a biopic about a dude who's just made the bombs, but it was so tense the entire time. One, you got to give it to the sound. The sound is what made it the most intense, and lots of great cuts in it. But it was that almost played like a horror movie at times. With the intensity that was going into it, like in a beautiful way. So like for him to really go all out, oh my god! And you know what his favorite movie is?
What's that?
Talladega Nights.
I love Talladega.
Wow.
Really,
But you wouldn't expect it. But he says it. He's like, I love it. He's like, I love American comedy.
Wow.
There's something about it. I think he's so into time. If you think about his movies, time plays a huge role in all of them.
Mhm.
And what is comedy with that? But time.
Timing, right?
Yeah.
Gamer. If that chair breaks. That chair breaks.
oh my god!
Like,
It's
are
not
you
it's
sitting
not a chair.
sideways? I can't even.
I'm laying down actually.
I don't care. I was hoping you were in a chair because we just saw your head.
My camera started moving.
Yeah, I thought he was tipping over. I thought he was leaning back.
I thought he was coming in from the side of his screen here.
No. I remember when Inception blew me away, and I was like, they'll never make a movie like this again. And now I'm like, he's made like 7 since then. I'm like, yeah, all right, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, is he setting the bar too high for himself then?
He keeps meeting it.
Right. Most people go, damn, how do I one up myself or do any better? But he just keeps staying at a level.
Yeah.
Even Dunkirk is another one I might not rewatch because it's a heavy war movie, but
It was well done. Well done. Yeah.
Oh, good.
That I would agree. It was an excellent movie, but it's not the type of movie I'm into. Where
Me
I
too.
would watch it again.
Same.
Well, I always found people weird who watch war movies for fun.
Yeah.
Like Rambo, I get it's stupid, whatever. It's supposed to be that, but like,
No, like legit, like real
I'm not gonna
things
watch
that
Saving
happen.
Private Ryan over and over again.
No. No.
Saving Ryan's Privates is a different story.
That is a much.
Did you direct that one, Mick?
No, they don't let me direct. Hollywood was like, you don't have the eye, kid.
No, I meant Saving Ryan's Private.
Oh yeah, no, even that Hollywood wouldn't let me either.
I was the
San Fernando,
buffer.
Hollywood wouldn't let me.
The
Fluffer.
I had that mechanic arm from the thing. Keep him going.
Oh shit!
Listen,
he had the droopy jaw, just like that horse.
Right, you know what? I'm not gonna take a drink yet. I'll just wait.
now he laughs. You guys want to get into the movie we're all here for?
I don't have good timing. If I waited like a millisecond more when that liquid touched his lips when I said that, he would have spit it out.
Oh man!
All right.
I do want to say this before we dive into this. Watching this movie makes me want to watch anything and everything that's connected to the Odyssey, and then rewatch this again. That's how good this shit was. Like
The Iliad.
well, because I didn't like going in. Well, I know we discussed it beforehand, but hearing about this movie, I didn't know anything about the story.
Oh,
And,
really? Okay.
Yeah, so this was all like fresh and new to me. No,
every
that's what I'm saying.
movie is different.
Yeah,
no, I know.
and they're all good.
They take different paths to get to certain things and change certain things up. So even like this movie has a lot that wasn't accurate to Homer's story because he was adapting something else. It was so I watched every live action and some animated versions of the Iliad and
Same.
the Odyssey leading up to this. There's 3 short I'd say they're about 16 minutes, maybe 20 silent films that
I didn't see those.
Did some really cool practical effects, especially the Cyclops scene, things like that. I really enjoyed those. I would say if you're going to watch anything for the Iliad, I really liked an Italian film called The Fury of Achilles, which was interesting and worth checking out. I think the Ulysses movie from the 50s, where because Ulysses is the Latin version of Odysseus, with Kirk Douglas, was fun. It was an interesting one. That's an Italian film too. It was a good one. But if you're going to watch any of them and you really want it closely woven, watch The Odyssey from 1997 with Armand Assante. They incorporate the gods more. There's some the stories actually are like following kind of how it goes in the book, in the story, in the poem, I should say. And it's an interesting one to worth check out as a mini series.
All right.
So,
I've seen that.
If you want to watch, I think the best live action version of the Iliad that compares well with this in look and tone, watch Troy.
Oh yeah,
That's on.
I haven't seen Troy, and I was going to ask you about that.
They don't incorporate the gods, which kind of sucks. Sean Bean plays Odysseus in that one. There is some others. They add Ajax Major. There's no Ajax Minor in it. They change it up because after the storm, because the storming of Troy, the siege, that's not in the Iliad. That's in the Odyssey. The Iliad ends, I think, right after Paris dies. I'm not 100% sure. I've watched so many versions and they're so different. Now I just don't even know.
Yeah, I know. I've seen a lot of different versions.
Yeah, they're worth checking out though. They've lasted 3,200 years.
I listen to the Troy battle scene in this. Maybe you want to go play Assassin's Creed. Honestly,
I can see that. I can see that.
I kind of want them to make an Assassin's Creed based on this world.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Or an Achilles game or something.
Didn't they?
Not that time, I don't think.
Odyssey wasn't around that time? Assassin's Creed Odyssey?
I don't know. It's
Around the Greek-Roman war? I'm trying to remember.
I don't remember.
No, Romans weren't even a thing yet.
No.
When Odyssey was taking place. Because when Homer wrote the stories, it was like 400 years after it happened. And it was all by spoken word. There was no writing. The way this movie ends, like where they're saying like it's like the end of the Bronze Age, which they wouldn't have said, but it really was. Like, the people who could write, they just were not there anymore, and a lot of sieges going on, things like that. And it's called the Greek Dark Ages. 400 years where everything was lost. The libraries, everything, they were all lost. So
Yeah.
Wow.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey takes place 431 BC to 422, which is at the beginning of the outbreak of the Athens-Sparta War.
Yeah, that's far after this.
That's far after,
And then, but it's still an interesting one. That's a great time to kind of study too. It's really, there's a lot of intriguing stuff that went into this. And these aren't the only poems. These are just the oldest versions of them. There's more that go on. Even Odysseus is mentioned in Dante's Inferno.
Oh, really?
Okay. Hell, yeah. And he talks about how he was killed. And then there's the epic poem of Telgany, who is his son with Circe in it, and he kills him by accident. And that's kind of one of the ways they say there's a lot of things that, like, you just go look up Odysseus or even like any of it on
or the Iliad.
Start deep diving. Yeah, it's interesting. I wouldn't even look up the Odyssey. I would look up Odysseus and learn about his, because he's
Yeah.
mentioned in other poems, so that and that will draw you into other areas.
Yeah.
So,
Interesting.
but
Interesting.
do you guys want to get started on the movie?
Yep.
Yes, sir. Yes.
James, Fade Theory, what is your rating for the Odyssey?
10 out of 10.
All right. Stories. I don't know what I
Wow.
know I'm last. That's all I know.
And you deserve it.
Yes. Stories. What you got?
10. Absolutely a 10.
Gamer.
I was at a 9.
Okay. I give it 11. I'm starting a new thing. It's an 11 for me. This is my favorite Chris Nolan movie.
I gave this one a 10 as well. This was just a phenomenal movie. And even going into it without knowing anything, it gave you enough to at least know what was going on. You even though I didn't have like the previous portions of the story. This right here told enough for you to understand what's going on.
See,
And I got to give Nolan credit for that, because there's a lot of times you can watch films that can be really good in depth, but they leave out that portion of what the fuck is going on. Even if it's a continuation of another story, there's a lot of films that will leave that, you know what I mean? Leave that chunk out of what the fuck is going on, because it's great for first time viewers. And it's great for people that know the story as like maybe a refresher or reminder for some of the stuff that leads up to what goes on in this film. But this was a phenomenal movie.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who are kind of complaining that they left certain things out from the story, like the No Man storyline with the Cyclops, because in the story, the Cyclops then the men speak to each other, and he goes, "What is your name?" Because he has other brothers on the Cyclops who are other brothers on the island as well, and he goes, "My name is No Man," and then when they stab him in the eye and they blind him, he screams out, "No man is killing me." So that way the other Cyclops will think he's fine. So it's like an interesting like play on how they do things. And Cersei, he's there for a year. He stays with her for a year until she turns his men back, and she gets her pregnant. Quite a few. So Calypso, 7 years, but it's a little different how they do that. Like the Lotus Eaters is different. It's not Calypso. The men start eating lotus and they lose like 2 or 3 years of their time because they just keep eating and forgetting. So there's some elements, but I'm glad he kind of cut this down into what he did and turned it into this PTSD driven story about a soldier coming home from war.
that was the main focus of it. Yeah.
Grandizer, I never heard of that. Unless he's 31.
French.
Matt Damon did phenomenal.
I didn't.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait. Is it from the 80s? I might have seen it, but I didn't watch it this time. Because there was a cartoon in the 80s that was based on the Odyssey.
Oh,
I don't know if it was Japanese or not. I just know that it exists. But I didn't watch it because like it's supposedly a series, and I wasn't getting into all the series stuff of it. But yeah, I mean, this movie, every aspect of it, like I can go into the technical side alone and talk about that for hours. All shot 100% on IMAX film, 70 millimeter.
I watched a bootleg copy on my laptop, just like Christopher Nolan intended.
I actually went to the theaters. Not
I
IMAX.
did.
I went to the theaters.
I saw it on the Big D. That's the biggest I could get at the moment. The Big D. So,
The Big D.
the one thing I like about the Big D is that it's a bigger screen, but it's also very much incorporating the sound. And I love that because like you felt it. There were times you're like, oh my god, like I feel like I'm on the movie.
Yeah, rib for your pleasure.
Yeah, fix my own. Put it in front. Well, talk about it. What do we?
You know what really enhances this movie? Look, first off, this is almost a 3-hour movie, and every time we talked, that was mentioned in the group chat. Mick, you were like, it doesn't feel like that at all, and you were right.
Yeah,
I was hooked. Even just watching it, like the story, it's literally progressing enough that you're not even thinking about the time. Like there's so much in this to digest. That 3 hours, like this was the way he told the story, the timeline fit.
Yeah.
But what hits home for me the most in this movie and like the crescendo is the fucking score. Like at
Yeah.
the final battle with Odysseus, just laying out everybody
You
at
wanna hear
that fucking
something
feast,
amazing
and the
about
way
the
they
story?
build the score around that, like
Mhm.
fuck, man, like
The
I was
score
into it.
was done by all ancient Greek instruments. They
Sweet.
had to
Really?
recreate 2 instruments that were lost, so
Wow.
they can get, and it's from that time period, and everything. What's his name? I can't think of his name. The one who did, he did the score for Ludwig Göransson. He did the score for Sinners, and he's done a lot of others. He's fantastic. He went in and he like built this whole thing, and it's all. That's why the music sounds like very different, and it works. And the plucking of the bow. Oh,
Yeah, that's awesome.
that's such an epic way to call back to who you are. It's truly brilliant. I've just every aspect of this movie, like everybody's playing well off of each other. I didn't mind the Americanized sort of dialogue,
Yeah.
which I thought I would. I was going in and I'm like, I was like, I don't know if this is gonna work, and then it did. It made it easily digestible, so I could focus on what was going on in the actual emotion of the story.
Mm-hmm.
So it helped me. That's why I just thought
I-
it was brilliant.
And you know what? I'm not gonna lie. Like I love Tom Holland, but it's hard to see him outside of Spider-Man.
Oh, I had no problem with that.
Well, it's hard for I find it difficult, but Spider-Man was not on my mind as I watched him in this movie.
Oh.
Like he played his role well.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Matt Damon was fucking awesome, but like when you bring in somebody that's a superhero, that's known as a superhero, essentially, like you're every time you see Tom Holland, you're gonna think, yeah, he's Spider-Man. What's he doing in this movie? That's not how I thought about watching him in this.
I got a question for you. Does part of that, because are you saying you kind of going into it, at least you thought of him as Spider-Man, does it have anything to do with you seeing the recent Spider-Man movie like before this?
No.
He like for this movie, just the way they played off, even like the Athena parts played by Zendaya,
Yeah.
and how you find out that she's basically haunting him with the face, and Athena is the goddess of like justice and fairness and such. So for him to be suffering and not want to go home, but does want to go home, and to find out who she was, and when they hold hands at the end,
Yeah.
and then she finally leaves, like he can settle. Oh man, just how they played every bit of this off. Every actor in this does a fantastic job. And again, like we were talking about following, where you could tell he pulled those performances out. Now these are all fine actors, don't get me wrong, but like you could tell he enhanced every one of their performances in this movie with his direction.
He had them play it perfectly.
Yeah, I loved every aspect of this movie. The technical side of it, being they created a new camera for this. So they shot it again all on 70 millimeter, but they made a Keeley. It's a new, named after David Keeley. It's a new camera with IMAX. It's a smaller one that they could use, so it was a little more portable. Because the big sucker's like 400 pounds. It takes like 6 guys to lift it up. Because they also had to build a case for it called a blimp, where it goes into to muffle the sound. And when they did that, when actors are working off of each other and they're talking to each other, you have usually the actor you're talking to standing next to the camera so you can get the eye line correct. But they can't do that, so it's so far away. So he created a mirror system where the actor was to be standing behind the camera, looking at a mirror, which bounces off another mirror, which bounces off another mirror, that the actor on camera can see, and it puts their eye line there.
Oh,
And he
shit.
just sees their face, and they can still emote to each other and talk. They can both see each other.
He's a fucking genius. He works with the times.
All right, I'm gonna say this. He fucking needs to do horror. Nolan, listen, take your 3-year break, come back and do a dope ass horror movie, please.
I mean, look at the pig scene. That was none of that was CGI.
No, that's another thing I'm reading
I didn't know that.
as I read through the fact. He's not a CGI guy. He wants to do practical effects as much as possible, even with the Cyclops.
And they were really out on a boat.
Yeah.
Like they were, because they remember when the dolphins go. That was
That was a
because
happy
they took it
accident.
up. Yeah, They weren't expecting that. That wasn't something they threw out there. The bigger scenes were on tanks where you had like the bad storms going, you know, all that stuff where you had to really get in close. But they were on boats for like weeks at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's insane, man. That's a lot. And like if you look at all of the locations, that's not made up. That's locations he found, and they traveled to like 7 or 8 different countries throughout filming. They were, you know, and most of them, like base camp was down at the beach, and they had to hike it up for 45 minutes on foot to get to the Ithaca, you know, and all that stuff. Like that's so much.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Movie, and nobody complained about doing this movie.
Mm.
They were all in for it. That says something about the person who's running it.
Yeah, because these are, I mean, everyone in here, almost everyone in here is actors he's worked with before.
Mhm.
And there's still people that will go out of the way to be in a Christopher Nolan movie.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's a lot of actors that he was close with, like Michael Caine's been in a lot of his movie stuff like that weren't even in this. Like he didn't even like.
No.
And it's wonderful how
Cillian Murphy, of course, isn't in this, and he talked about you've heard of fear of missing out. He had relief of missing out after Oppenheimer, but he's fucking neighbors with Robert Pattinson. Like they have movie nights. Him and Robert Pattinson and his
Robert
wife.
Pattinson gave him the book for Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
he read that. He read it off of Robert Pattinson's on the set of Tenet. He gave him the book. He's like, I read this. It's fantastic.
And on this move, the Odyssey is the reason Spider-Man didn't come out sooner. Like Tom Holland was up for this role, got it, but he had to call Sony and ask them to delay Spider-Man so he could do it.
And supposedly during filming, while he was learning so much from Christopher Nolan, he would be texting the directors and the executives over at Sony saying, what are we doing about this? Like, what's with the story? I want to work on this. I want to make sure it makes more sense and we have motivation. He became a much better filmmaker / actor in that instance to demand those things. And I think it shows in Spider-Man. You know, it's a much better Spider-Man movie.
No, actually, not at all, Johnny. I would like to see him make a psychological paranormal film.
I want a slasher. I want him to do a straight slasher. I want to see what a slasher looks like from him.
No. It
That would be fun.
has to
That'd be
come
fun,
some
too.
story.
Can
That'd be
he
fun,
make a
too.
movie without multiple levels?
I don't think he likes to do supernatural well. Like if you look at a lot of his movies, there's supernatural. There's an air of supernatural in his movies, especially in this. Like I mean, you have certain elements that are, but you can't avoid it in the Odyssey. You have to do something. Cutting out the gods just doesn't work. He did as much as he could in this one, though. And I didn't mind it. I didn't need it because what were the gods back then but explanations for scientific purposes?
By the way, shout out to Elliot Page and the character he played. Like he gets murdered right at the beginning, but the way they brought him back on the beach
Oh, as the zombie
to,
thing?
to confront Odysseus, and like you couldn't tell me the truth. Like that was fucking intense with just raising all the dead on the beach there.
And to cut back to their scene where he's like, "Why did you have to volunteer?" You know, like he was mad. He was like, he knew what was going to come of it.
Yeah.
So, but when he goes and sees Antinous and drops the lot, and like Antinous is just frozen, and when he plucks the bow and Antinous starts running, Robert Pattinson played a really like slithery character.
He did.
He really did. He really did.
John Leguizamo, fantastic in the movie.
Oh, love it.
Fantastic, did a great job. But that
Classic
puppy
Luigi.
that puppy scene.
Oh, the dog, man.
Oh.
Now he said it. He said it in an interview. He's like, "No, there's a blanket right there. They caught up the dogs. Like it was fine."
That doesn't matter.
It's still like when it's so shocking, but like as soon as they did it, I'm like, "But that's what they would have done." But like
it
my
is.
26 mind is like, "No," but it gave so much gravitas to the Argos scene.
Dude, Argo scene was. I was like,
he
man,
held out until Odysseus could say goodbye.
That's
Puts his hands
yeah.
on him, and then his tail wags just a little bit.
Yep.
then he just passes. Yeah, it was good.
It's so beautiful. It really is. He should,
I love the advice that Odysseus gets. Don't go back expecting to be a hero. go back
Yeah.
cautiously.
Yeah, Agamemnon too was a big precursor for that for him, and played by Ben Safdie, who I thought was interesting because in the poem, Agamemnon is a brawler. He's a fighter, but none of the movies do they really play him that way. He's just kind of the king who sends everybody to do it. He fights. Like there's a point in the book where he goes out. I think it's book 9 or something in the poem, where he goes out and like Achilles isn't there, so he's wrecking house and like murdering a bunch of and he wins the day on that one. But to make this one sort of the idea of like he's got not one mark in 10 years on his entire armor. He is perfectly preserved the entire time. He's like a Darth Vader type figure walking in. That siege was heartbreaking. All you hear is women and children screaming. Oh, it really like just everything about it just like kind of breaks your heart. What were your favorite scenes?
Honestly, one of my favorite scenes is when everybody feels or everybody knows that Odysseus is actually back, and the way everybody's just like, oh shit. Like,
When the second he restrains that bow,
yeah. And then when the bing and his wife knew like, oh yep, he's back.
She turns around and then Mia Goth's character, I believe you belong down there.
yeah, that was great.
And just the cool thing I see in this movie too is because again, my wife is into all this type of fan, like she's into all this type of shit. So this is right up her alley. So she's seen Troy and all that other stuff. So when we're sitting in the theater, we're sitting in the recliners. I look over at her and she's over here fucking shoes off, sitting Indian style, just locked in.
Yes, I love that.
I don't like the raising the dead on the beach. I thought was really good.
That was awesome.
That was all practical.
It was. No, I watched an interview. Elliot Page was on Fallon talking about that. Like people were under the sand with straws and stuff like that.
Yeah, they had to dig them
up
very shallow with the
that's crazy. That's
like,
cool.
No,
it worked.
No joke, man. Christopher Nolan's as practical as you can get on that kind of movie.
And that's it. Like when I hear a filmmaker does practical, I'm like, let's do it. Like I don't mind VFX, I don't mind CGI. I know it can enhance certain things, but like if you can do as much practical into a story as you can, oh my god, and everything like
no man, but nothing's gonna top the crescendo for this movie where Odysseus is just laying waste. Everybody.
That scene.
All the suitors and stuff.
And even though it was sad, but the argument scene
you
when he came back.
Temecula, Tom Holland trying to stop the guy from throwing stuff down through the floor. Just the fucking score, man. It's just it adds to it. It builds it so much. Like it
Logan
is
Marshall
just
Green
so intense.
Played that servant, the cowherder who, I can't think of his name at the moment, but Leguizamo's character kept yelling at. And it does such a good job in that too.
And Johnny's on it too, where Odysseus is just relaying to his wife, like, what if Odysseus is not the same person anymore?
Yeah, I think the Cersei scene deserves credit too.
I like the whole beach flashback, him talking to the lady that found him and everything, and him recovering his memory, and then finally going back, like just seeing all this shit, them being in the fucking Trojan horse for as long as they were, him explaining how much they went through, people drowning on the tide, people pissing there, and then them working, like it actually worked. They carried the fucking thing back into their palace, set it up, and like nothing happened and everything. And then at night they all come out little by little, one by one, out of the damn horse and start taking them out.
Talking about watching men drown in front of them. It's buried in the beach.
It's always talked about as like this great epic strategic thing in a war, and we don't really think about it as like this is pretty underhanded, and there's a lot of stuff that went into it. That's I mean the whole thing, the horse looks the most badass out of any of them. Like I don't know but it makes sense that like there would be carpenters on that beach.
By the way, I want to shout out the scene where Matt Damon listens to the siren song. He's tied to the fucking mast,
and you find out what it means.
Yes.
And I love that they added manatees next to the women.
Yeah,
very vague. Like you're like that was always what it was. Like
it's fucking intense. The one guy takes the wax out of his ear and ends up jumping fucking overboard as he's describing what the song sounds like.
And
Mhm.
everyone's like, his partner is crying and tried to stop him because he's like, and he can't even listen for himself to understand why his friend would have done this. Yeah, everything like that. And the beauty of this is the story. Every scene is being told to you by somebody. He wrote it, so like it starts off with like you see like Travis Scott as the bard telling the story, but then like it's Matt Damon telling Calypso, or it's Menelaus talking about what happened in the horse and things like that. Like because that's what it was. Everything was spoken, right? So nothing was written down until Homer did it. So he was able to tell that story of like everything is spoken and told to somebody else, so you don't know what's real.
You know what I like too is with the horse, how you had the scene where you see it in the beginning, the very beginning, and then how they go get it, and then you see it later on in the movie when you realize, well, for myself, again, it's my first time as far as approaching this story, that they're inside that horse, and then you get to see them dragging it on and all that. Like I thought that was really dope. But you got both perspectives of that scene. Like you got to see the sword actually getting stabbed in to the horse.
Yeah,
which is just like, oh shit,
and then they're cleaning it off and everything. So
yeah,
that
yeah.
get caught.
That part too. Yeah, I was gonna say all that too.
Yeah, John Bernthal did a good job as Menelaus in this. I liked him playing off of, especially as a prequel.
I enjoyed
to
seeing
Spider-Man
in this ancient time.
How they played off of each other, and he was sort of a guide, a kingly guide to Telemachus.
That whole scene of him telling that story makes me want to go to that part of the story, because now I want to know what the hell he wasn't talking about with his brother and the other lady, the twin or whatever. So I want to know now what's up with that side of the story, that he was like, no, we're not going to talk about that. He just wants to hear about his dad. It's like, what is it playing a role with the story with his dad too? You know what
Ellen
I mean?
of Troy.
Exactly.
Yep. Yeah. Well, it's interesting too, because that is the book. Like her twin sister is his wife and does murder him. Like there's a little more to it where you see where it's talked about like they were planning it for years and she had a lover and such. But yeah, he killed his own daughter. And in the poem, he tricks his wife, because when they get all the ships together, they get in the face that lost 1,000 ships. They get all the ships together. He gets all these kingdoms to bring it, but there's no wind. The wind is dead. So he sacrifices his daughter by inviting her to marry Achilles. But when the wife and the daughter show up to the beach, Achilles isn't there, and then he sacrifices her to the gods, and the wind picks up and they go. And so for 10 years, the wife sat there plotting with her lover to kill Agamemnon when he comes back.
Damn.
Would I have? No, because I'm an Odysseus. No, I'm just
back in the easy days.
Yeah. So I mean, the Cyclops scene. We didn't even talk about the Cyclops scene.
The Cyclops, them trying to get out of the cave.
Oh man,
so well done.
Yo, no, he was just eating the soldiers like they were just little pieces of candy or some popcorn in a movie theater.
That was a 25-foot marionette puppet.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, well, I mean, of course, that was the CGI where they replaced the actor who was Bill Irwin, who I remember famously from the Bill Cosby show. The Cosby Show, he was the vaudevillian that they went to go and see. I know I'm dating myself, but I love that show. But Bill Irwin also played Tars in Interstellar.
Oh, the robot.
Yep.
So he's
and he
familiar
puppeteered
with
it, so like it was a practical effect. Like he stood behind Tars during the filming and moved them. And in this, he was puppeteering the 25-foot puppet with the rest of the crew. And when it's chasing them off the beach, that's a puppet.
That's cool.
Anybody else think it was stupid with them slaughtering the cattle on the island?
I mean, you got a clear, concise like rule, and he broke it.
Right.
You're done. But I think it, and that is what happens. And the cannibalist giants, the Lagostronians.
Yeah.
That scene, man, where but everything mirrors what they did. That's the chaos, the siege, where all his men are getting murdered in front of him by these giants. They were the giants that stormed into Troy and did it to them. So, like, it's almost like this karmic feature.
It's not like they. Yeah, it's an interesting balance, because it's not like Odysseus and Matt Damon and the crew. His guys were like good guys.
Yeah.
There's a lot of back and forth between the evil they've done, Matt Damon realizing what they've done, and his crew just getting picked off one by one on the adventure to try to get home.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the people from the sea motif is a real thing that was happening at the time. That's why a lot of things were after that time, like there were people from the sea that were doing raids all over Mesopotamia, Egypt, all nine, and a lot of attacks that caused a lot to be lost. And to find out that they kind of strategically placed this where they were the people of the sea that everybody was listening to, and they couldn't even fathom that aspect, that it was their own people. I thought that was really interesting because the Cersei scene plays that really well. You know, they're like, we're not a threat. We just wanted to eat, have something to eat. And like, you get this feeling, but it's like, you did this to Troy.
Right.
She has every right to be afraid of you. And well done. Just that's Samantha Morton. She played the precog in Minority Report.
What the hell was the thing getting them off of the boat when they had to divert from the whirlpool? That thing on the
Scylla.
mountain. What the fuck was that?
You know, it's
It was
funny.
a
That's
six-headed
Sicily.
something.
The rock monster.
Yeah, it's so Scylla, the six-headed monster, and it comes down and it takes 6 of the soldiers, and that is it. Actually, it's funny because in the Odyssey miniseries, they actually go into the whirlpool to avoid Scylla, and it takes his entire crew.
That's true.
So they kind of played out. I don't remember in the book of what every version has something different.
Yeah.
Or admits
Interesting.
it. I got to reread it. I read the books after Troy came out because as I learned that this was like a real story that was been passed down, I was like, oh, I really want to know what's going on.
This is another thing I find fascinating. There's so many versions of these stories out there in so many forms. When people start complaining about the accuracy of one in particular, I'm like, what about all the other fucking ones? Like, it's a form of entertainment.
Yeah,
I like every.
If you get people interested, get them hooked, maybe they go and check out the actual literature or all the history behind it. Isn't that a positive? Instead of sitting here ripping on something for not being 100% accurate to source material of some kind.
To piggyback off of that, he heavily interpreted this story, which is his interpretation of the Odyssey, based off another interpretation. Most of the books you get out there are interpretations of Homer. You can go back and read the original poem, but like they're all, and people rewrote them to kind of make you understand like where they're coming from. And Emily Wilson wrote one, and I gotta say she came out really giving a scathing review on this because he didn't add certain elements, and it's not the same as her book. He just used elements of her book, and my problem with that is like I get what she's saying, but you're wrong. Like get over it because you're bitching about an interpretation of an interpretation of an interpretation
Yeah.
of something that clearly may or may not have happened. Like certain things, like we know there was a city of Troy and it burns. We know certain people existed, and things like that. But like, we don't know the full story. So for anyone to bitch and moan and be like, well, this is weird. It was an interpretation. And that's all these have ever been. And that's the beauty of it, that we can interpret it. But I hate when people go after that. And it's always weird.
Yeah.
What did you guys think of Odysseus' his leadership at times?
I think it was I'm sorry, I'm over speaking. But
No, this is like forever. This is like a round table question.
Cunning. He's a clever, cunning guy. He's not the strongest. He's not the best warrior. He's the thinker. He's the one they go to for.
But I'm also not surprised at the mutiny.
Yeah, because I feel like there's a lot of things. Like the cave was a big thing. I feel like he should have listened to his crew, and they're like,
every decision he makes leads to dead
disaster.
Yeah, he's dead crew. Every decision he makes, somebody's dying.
But what is it? His decisions, or was it inevitable? They give it this inevitability of the gods, like because they say at one point, like, your men are never supposed to go home.
Yeah.
No, but they're telling that to him. It's not like the entire crew is hearing it, and he's relaying that message. If you're the crew, are you putting your faith in the gods because you're hearing it from one individual? Like, or do you actually believe him? Like the gods are speaking through.
Well, the thing I like about it is he makes the constant wrong decisions in that sense. Like, it's not that it may be the right decision to get them through in this moment, but it ultimately is always going to lead to his crew completely being gone. And I kind of like that aspect of it because by the time he gets home, like he always thought of himself as a righteous man before the war.
Yeah.
And then he has to kind of work his way back to being possibly a righteous man again.
Mm-hmm.
And murder everyone.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Which is fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's tough for me with that. Like my main thing with that one, what I was asking, is just the cave scene. It really, and it didn't bother me because I loved it. I loved every bit of it. But I'm just like, had he listened and just left the cave when his guy was like, I don't think we should stay here. This doesn't feel right or whatever. And he was like, no, we're good. Everybody spread out and go to sleep. And then they're getting eat like popcorn like 10 minutes later.
Mm-hmm.
It's so well done though. Like, and then that horror, that kind of like them pulling him in and eating and like the whole night. Like it was truly terrifying at times in a beautiful way, like horror fan wise.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what another scene I like that really well? It's just like it was the end of where he's fighting everybody. Everybody's dead, and he has like a spear in him, knife in him, and everything. He just standing there. I was like, that's a badass scene right there.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he whips up the thing. He's got his leather armor on, and
And the fact that he's doing it because he knows it leads to exile. It's the only way for his son to take the throne.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
well, that's a change from the book because that's not how the book ends. In the poem, the next day he goes to visit his father, and all of the suitors' families come to fight, and Athena comes down and creates peace. And she's like, "Stop! This is it. We've too much." And he just then it kind of ends peacefully. And the idea in other books and stuff is that he did go west. I don't know if it was to honor, but like from what I understand, like Odysseus always just wanted to leave. He wanted to be gone. He liked being on the sea. He liked going out and doing his thing. So I like how they made it so, but brought his wife with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The exile part was, I thought, was
Why would you not want to bring Anne Hathaway with you?
My God, dude,
I know.
she
So
is
hot.
fantastic as an actor and beautiful to boot.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, God, she's got to be nominated for this.
She was phenomenal. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't pull this movie off with mediocre acting. This would have failed miserably. This was some not just good acting, great acting. Like in my opinion, this was some real phenomenal acting from top to bottom.
Kudos to whoever has knocked her up for a third time.
Yeah, like he's very lucky.
Yeah, it's a very sine wave pacing, very up and down with this storytelling or whatnot. So you have to make sure you got the right cast to carry it in those moments where it kind of lulls a little bit and then comes back up. But they do it so often throughout the fucking 3.5 hour movie that you again, the time just flies and you're just in it the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did not look at my watch once. I was like,
Nope.
No.
And 3 times I saw this in theaters.
Wow,
That's
God
wild.
damn.
Yeah, because I went because I wanted to review it, and then my wife was like, "I need to see this," and then my son was like, "I need to see this." So I just went 3 times with them and I
Nice.
enjoyed it every bit.
Could save time and took a whole family at once.
Well, we weren't all available at once.
He still
I
hasn't
had to stay
taken
home
you,
with the
James.
9-year-old.
He did he did that on purpose because he wanted to watch it again in the theaters.
Yeah, James is his only son he didn't take.
Yeah, I know. He don't invite me for
He
nothing.
went. Shut up. We're talking about it now.
Yeah, I went on my own with my wife.
You want to end this so I can go hang out with the other kids?
You should have.
When-
I should have asked you for allowance, and you should have Venmoed me.
Listen,
That would have been
you should have asked. You
hilarious.
didn't do that.
Mick,
I'm taking this. I'm
Listen,
taking
if
this
you guys
really
go to
pretty
an
lady.
AMC. I have no problem.
he should have Venmoed you
I
the
get
ticket
discounts
price.
at AMC.
But
So
you're
you buy a stock, buy 1 stock of theirs for like $2, and you're a Stubbs member for life.
Wow.
And then you get a lot off everything. So
Yeah, but where's the AMC around us?
I don't know. That's not my problem. Go figure it out.
Saratoga.
Oh,
Go to Saratoga.
fuck. Damn, man.
James is familiar with.
You have a
Stokes,
Troy
but
and an
not-
Ithaca.
not
Drive
really.
Nah.
Good.
Troy sucks. Troylet?
Yep.
That's because it burned, man. Calm down.
No, because it smells like sewer.
I'll ask the panelists one more time. Which shooters?
And it's all hills.
Listen,
It's all hills, and the streets don't make sense.
Nope.
you realize we got to watch they're filming a new Conjuring movie in our area.
It's
And
connecting
we're
all
gonna have to watch and review that when it comes
And
out.
Rensselaer.
in Rensselaer.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's
I
exciting.
forgot about reaching out and seeing if they needed extras.
You could try still.
They've been filming in Albany, I think now.
No, I think today they started in Schenectady.
Did it? I thought okay.
I think it's downtown.
I thought they were.
Schenectady.
I thought they were done with the stockade and moved to Albany. I
So
don't
is
know.
it a ghost that's at a strip club?
They're at Shenanigans.
Shenanigans,
Shenanigans
yeah.
might make an appearance.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
Stripper ghost.
That'd be some shit. That'd be some shit. Ed's just spending his whole time there. Lorraine's trying to get him out of there. He's talking about he's possessed.
It's like
Oh,
I can't. It won't let me leave.
First communion from a stripper pole.
Mm.
There's they actually had to learn how to row a boat in this.
Cool.
Oh.
Like,
Wow.
There was a real and they had to do it because I guess in real life those types of oars can throw you from the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Control it properly.
Oh,
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Everybody back in the day were ripped.
It had to be.
Mm-hmm.
Look at friggin' Matt Damon and how old he is, and
It's just
ripped to
beating
shreds
ass.
in this.
Yeah.
Mick, you could play one of those giants, you and Gamer,
There you go.
flipping the
What
boat over and
question?
shit.
Put me
Oh.
put me in that weird armor they had.
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
wild, man.
Yeah.
Oh, shot well. I like the Corey Hawkins scene too, because when he kicked the dog, I was like, this motherfucker needs to die.
Yeah.
And he gets the arrow right to the neck before he can even say his name. Loved it.
So out of all the suitors, like the personality, who would I be as a suitor, like in this movie?
That's tough.
That is tough. It's not Robert Pattinson. I'm not an asshole, evil guy like that.
It's not a character, so like, I mean, I guess a guy is just eating there. A beggar, probably, honestly. No, in my
Pretty
life.
much.
I gotta tell you all their names.
I'd be outside taking care of Argos, and when that little fucker
Facts.
Pipsqueak comes in and is like, "Hey, leave the dog alone! I want him on the dung pile," I'm gonna be like, "I'm gonna murder you."
Yep.
Yeah.
I like dogs.
You think it's
You
time
sit
to
on the dung
bring?
pile.
You think it's time to bring Jason Bourne back out the way Damon was looking in this?
I would not mind it. I like the Jason Bourne movies.
He wants to do more.
I
Really?
would not, and he could. And look at dude, the way he killed all
Did
those.
you not, have you not seen that? He wants to do more. He wants to do them like the original, like the first 1, 2, or 3 ones.
Mm.
I say go for it.
I'd do it. Yeah, they're action packed. The Bourne Ultimatum has some of the greatest stunt fighting of all time.
Mhm.
And his stunt fighting in this with in the temple when he kills all those guys.
Yeah.
I
And
say go for
Mentor,
it.
played by Opie from Sons of Anarchy, he did a good
Yes,
job.
sir.
Opie's the man. He's supposed to be playing Kratos, and I think he got hurt.
Yeah, he got hurt, so he's out.
He's done.
They got Batista.
Batista.
Batista's doing it,
Batista.
yeah.
How do we feel
Oh.
about that?
I think it's gonna be good. I think Batista could pull it off, being like the broody, gruey kind of just low tone.
Yeah,
Oh,
get it
Kratos?
Guardian of the Galaxy.
But
Well,
I'm
one of
not
the
sure if
reasons
he's
he
gonna
wanted to
pull off
stop
early
being-
Kratos.
Yeah, one of the reasons he was tired of being Drax is because he didn't want to have to fucking, I think, keep working out with his shirt off and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
But then again, he's been fucking training and filming Highlander with Henry Cavill for the last year, so
yeah,
he's fucking as ripped as ever.
yeah, he lost all that weight, and I mean, he looked decent in a couple of movies. What was the one he did with Momoa? That they were the
I like that one, the Wrecking Crew.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah.
I mean, for what it is, too, like it was meant to be that type of outrageous
Yeah.
action, and that worked. I thought it was fun.
I would say Batista's earned my respect for comedy
Yeah.
roles and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
He's
done-
definitely
honestly-
the best wrestler turned actor in terms of acting.
I was gonna say, he definitely earned my respect as far as act. Like even in more of like a serious type of tone, he's definitely earned my respect.
He's
in
good.
that.
He's
Blade Runner
no,
2049.
I know he's gotten some respect for like his more serious stuff, but I don't think I've watched any of that.
I would watch
He did that cabin one. What was it called?
Knock on the Cabin
Knock
Door.
on the
Yeah.
Cabin Door.
I liked it. Like a lot of people were pitching about it. I was like, why? It seems interesting. It's better
Yeah.
than fucking Left Behind.
yeah.
Sure.
You know, with the raptured idea of it. But I liked him, Blade Runner 2049, in terms of his dramas. I really like The Glass Onion, and I thought
I never
he did a
seen
really
that.
good job in it. Those are movies we should do. There's 3 of them. I think
Oh, those Netflix murder mystery ones with
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did a good job with them. The Knives Out. It was Knives Out, Glass Onion.
I know Knives Out. Okay.
Yeah, and the most recent one I think is one of the better ones. I thought they did a great job. and they're making more of those. They like
Yeah.
Daniel Craig in that role, and I like him
Sweet.
too. It's like it's our Sherlock Holmes.
Nice.
Hey, I'm not mad at that.
And to Sturdy's not Sturdy's point. Well, another Sturdy's point. Johnny Sturdivant. He says the Bourne is closest to Bond. I feel like it needs to pass the torch. I disagree. I think it could pass the torch after Matt Damon. They did try to pass the torch with Jeremy Renner, and it didn't work. Yeah, and I get like he could just play the same role, but like Matt Damon really proved he can do action in this one. Still in his 50s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was an awesome fight scene.
It really was. It really freaking was. It was just like that was perfect.
Well, let me ask you. I've always said that I think Tom Cruise is like the last
Samurai.
like the old, yes, but the last of the like true movie stars. You know, like you go to see a Tom Cruise movie.
I don't.
I don't.
Yes, but you're not. There a lot of people go to see Tom Cruise movies. He makes close to billions of dollars in his movies, and like the way he's held up, like he's not held up as the greatest actor, but as a movie star, he is like kind of pushed on that level. Do we think Matt Damon is up is one of them as well?
Not only that, I think Matt Damon's a better actor.
He's definitely
far.
a better actor. He's 1,000% a better actor.
So yeah, like
That's
I
a
would.
movie star, dude.
I'm with them. I wouldn't go see a Tom Cruise movie because Tom Cruise is in it, but I'd go see a Matt Damon movie, and if Nolan's behind it, sign me up.
I disagree. I don't like Tom Cruise's not politics, but like whatever the Scientology is or religion and that stuff. Like and when he talks about him, like whatever. But I would sit and talk to him about movies all day long. This dude knows so much.
That's different.
But that's different than going to a theater to watch
to it
Oh,
before Chris said that's different. You son of a bitch. No,
Fuck you.
no, I'm I apologize. I was just adding.
I'm gonna leave a mushroom-shaped imprint on your right cheek.
Do not upper decker in my toilet ever.
And I'm gonna lick it.
Thank you.
wow.
I may have. Oh,
He wasn't even talking about the upper decker thing. He was talking about the mushroom thing.
Christopher Nolan's horror movie is going to be what he does to my house, and bringing James too. No, I'll say this.
James and I are taking a road trip down to Virginia.
No, but like he is, for all argument's sake, like he is a huge movie star. You know, like and a lot of like the way we used to look at movie stars.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
He's fucking living in the past.
Yeah, I mean, listen, again, I'm not I'm not saying he's the greatest actor of all time. I do think Matt Damon could be up there though.
Matt Damon is
I would
good.
agree with that. I'd 100% rather watch a Matt Damon movie than a Tom Cruise movie.
Facts.
Yeah,
But yeah, easily.
I agree. Yeah, and I mean, it starts with fucking Good Will Hunting. Jesus.
Yeah.
Really did it. Mick, don't disrespect Will Smith. Will Smith is great, but like he doesn't have the longevity of Tom Cruise.
Wait, you say Will Smith?
Yeah.
Johnny did.
Fuck Will Smith.
Wow.
Wild Wild West. Wild Wild West.
He's a big Chris Rock fan, guys. He's still upset about that slat.
Nah, I'm not a big. I don't like Chris Rock either. He's okay, I mean, but I don't seek him out.
No, me neither. I prefer him in movies than I do his stand up.
Exactly.
A buddy of mine, we did go see him at stand-up at Proctor's in Albany
It's
Nice.
nice.
a number of years ago. It was a good show.
You know what I did? I saved my money.
You're cheap though.
I am cheap.
No, but if you think about even Matt Damon's franchises, Oceans,
Yeah.
Bourne, like I mean, right there, that's two franchises that made a lot of money. And
They're doing a new Oceans movie.
And
Of course they are.
The only thing I miss about it is Bernie Mac won't be in it. But
Oh, Bernie Mac. He was the man. I
put
love
Johnny
him.
Sturdivant in there as his son, and I'm all for it.
There you go, Johnny.
Who's dissing the goat?
Who's dissing your goat? Will Smith is your goat?
Will Smith's your goat?
Then
I
you
love
got gypped off. You sure it's a goat or is it a donkey?
Like Will Smith is not. He's a movie star. I
Yeah,
wouldn't
for
say
somebody
he's a
that claims to
great
love
actor.
movies, if you're
Dude.
saying Will Smith's your goat, it's
No, man. No. His
Like
movies.
acting was King James, and that's.
And the other one, the serious one, was he the golfer?
I'm not saying he's a bad actor, but
No,
like,
me
I don't
either.
think he's like one of the
Pursuit of
best
Happiness.
actors.
I don't think he's that great.
And
Mission
7
Impossibles
pounds.
were fun. They were fun.
And he's too
Independence
selective.
Day was
Like,
fun.
if he opened himself up more to do more movies, he'd probably be up there.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, I only like Bad Boys 1.
I didn't
Really?
care that he
Not
slapped
two?
Chris Rock.
Yeah, I didn't care either.
Like,
I thought it was
get
funny.
She talked some shit about his wife. Like,
And
in
hey,
public.
listen.
If my wife looked at me like that, I'd smack him too.
I love that you said that, Mick, because you know the look.
Yeah.
You know the look. As a matter of fact,
And my wife didn't suck off my son's friend.
Ooh,
Just-
Wow.
man.
So like he still did it. After that.
yeah.
So, like that's some loyalty right there.
Had
I
that,
don't
had
blame
that
it.
not
I do
happened,
not
it might,
blame
had that
loyalty.
not happened, it might have been a punch to the face instead of a slap.
Yeah, if Chris Rock made that joke, it would have been.
No. Had she not done that, is what I'm saying. It might have been a punch
Yeah,
instead of a
that's fair.
slap. He was like, she get
Strangle him on stage.
Throw
He
some
said,
bows.
James, I'm gonna beat your ass.
mm,
Listen, I get why people like Will Smith, and I do like some of his movies.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I love the Men in
I'm a
Black
fan.
movies.
Yeah, Men in Black was fun. Like
He's a
I said,
movie
it's fun.
star. And I'd like to see him come back and do more. Like, I don't want to see him shunned or anything like that for slapping a dude.
I just don't think he's on like a. I think people put him on a higher pedestal than he is.
My only thing.
I
this
disagree
is
with that.
people shit on him for the slap, right? Oh, it's unbecoming.
No, I don't care about
All
that.
the same people that were saying it though were like, "We're real ones, though." I'm
mhm.
like, but what he did was real.
It was real, right?
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
know, and like, there's no respect for that. Like, I was like, I get it. I was like, I may not have done it, but I probably would. Like, if you talk shit about my wife, like you can make jokes.
Yeah,
don't
but
do that.
Don't do that on live TV right there because he could have
He never
sacrificed
will
his career.
again.
No, he won't.
But it's one. I look at it like it's one thing to make jokes, and it's one thing to say something that you know hurt somebody or makes them feel. And it's like you're sitting right there, like right there. You know what I mean? Like, listen, I'm gonna come up there. Shit, I might have kicked him in his damn face. I'm not gonna lie.
Is Tom Cruise often miscast? No, because he
No.
casts his movies.
Yeah, he casts
picks
his
the
own
movies
shit. Yeah.
for him that has the things he wants in them, and that's what I'm saying about movie stardom. Not great actor, just somebody, but he has the clout. He's built
Listen,
it up.
I have no desire whatsoever to watch Digger or whatever the fuck his next
Who?
movie.
Digger.
Digger, his next
Yeah.
movie.
I like the director Alejandro Inarritu.
I don't even know what it's about. What are they digging? For gold?
I don't know yet.
Digging their ass?
It's
Yeah, but
elusive.
if
A
you
Few Good Men
are-
is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's like
Listen,
number 2
if-
on my list.
If,
What is
if
it?
you are,
Few
Good man.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
yeah, but if you are technically listed as a director in a Tom Cruise movie, are you really the director?
No.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Tom Cruise is the director.
Yeah, that's fair. He does. Well, that's not always true. Like Minority Report, like when it's a director like that, and this Alejandro Inarritu, like when he does that, he kind of folds in, and then I do believe like he is a good actor, and when he does like succumb to the director and being able to be directed, he gives much better performances than when you get a Tom Cruise movie. Fucking Hancock.
Hancock.
Bring that
Get
shit.
Get the fuck out of here.
Bring that to Johnny. That movie was a mess. It was 2 different movies. In
It was so fucking dumb. It was a movie about gods and superheroes. What the fuck is going on there?
I don't know. That's basically what the Odyssey was. So
Well, that's a better telling story.
fair.
Instead of Will Smith being an alcoholic superhero or god or whatever
and
the hell
there's
he
no
is.
Tom Cruise.
And there's no Tom Cruise.
Who would Tom Cruise play in this?
He'd want to play Odysseus.
Yeah, no.
He could. I
plays
don't think he
Zeus.
could pull it off.
Robert
Wait,
Pattinson. His part.
That'd been
Pattinson's
interesting.
character.
No, Tom Cruise has been a villain one time in that movie with Jamie Foxx, whatever we watched.
That is his best movie,
That is the
and
only
that's
time
another
he
one.
has.
He succumbed to the director Michael Mann.
That is the only time he's ever been a villain his entire movie career.
And same with Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee was only a villain in one movie, in the Philip Marlowe movie with James Garner. I don't know why I thought of that when you said that, but whatever. Collateral's his best movie of all time. It is phenomenal, and it's not phenomenal because of him. If you have not watched that, I say everybody.
No, we
should
watched
watch
it for the pod.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 10 out of 10 movie, in my opinion.
Collateral.
Outside of the mission films, I don't really mess with Tom Cruise like that. I just like the third act of Hancock. I just like Hancock. Cool concept.
I like Hand on My Cock too. So we're
All right. Well, it's about that time, everybody.
There's always that. There's always that.
So, before we get out of here, any last thoughts on Christopher Nolan? Because we spent all year watching him.
Like I said before, now that I've seen all his movies, he's a name that, because I never really pay attention to directors. I just watched the movie. I like I said, that's why I tell you, Mick. I was like, I don't know shit. You guys look at the cast, the people who make the music, directors, producers. I don't know none of that inside shit. But because we watched all his movies, I now know who he is.
Mm-hmm.
He is a genius director.
Last Samurai is great. I love that movie.
Last Samurai, okay. Listen,
Which again,
that was fine.
Edward Zwick, like he went with auteur filmmakers, and he makes great movies. But
I'm not saying Tom Cruise's movies suck. I just don't like Tom Cruise.
Yeah, I get that.
But anyways, what was I saying?
No. But to your point, there's a great behind the scenes featurette you can watch on YouTube, or it's on Peacock too. The making of the Odyssey.
Yeah,
that,
let's see that.
they kind of get in depth with that stuff. So you should check it out. It's only like 22 minutes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I'm with James on this one. I don't generally take note of directors and their style that often, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
But Christopher Nolan is a different specimen altogether for me now. Having watched these movies and watching The Following and The Odyssey in the same week, and thinking about everything we've watched in between, and seeing those seeds get planted and the evolution that's been there since that's happened.
Mm-hmm.
I'm every time I hear a Christopher Nolan movie now, I'm gonna go see it.
Yeah,
And
same.
it's not even about actors.
Nope.
This is
It's
one
him.
of the incredibly few directors where if I hear he's involved, I will go watch it.
You gotta say, because you got like, what's he gonna do next? How's he gonna top all that other stuff?
And it's not even that, because I don't want to set the bar like that.
I can't help it. I automatically do.
For me, I'm thinking back, and all of his movies are a different experience.
It is.
I don't want to set a bar like, how is he going to top something?
Yeah,
Because
he doesn't. He makes so many different types of movies.
it's not about topping it. It's the intricate
It's about power bottom.
storytelling. Yes.
This to me is like, this storytelling is probably like, I think Interstellar is the one that he's most attributed to, and this is a better story than Interstellar.
Yeah,
I love Interstellar for the filmmaking side more so than the story, and the acting is really good. I really appreciate that. But with this
And real science.
why does
we didn't get any fate theory science.
For Odysseus?
Like, how do you?
You can't do that for Odysseus. What's science? They're talking about gods.
What about
The
following?
gods were the representations of science.
Exactly.
Yeah, good point. I don't know politics and
He's
stuff.
not
like
home
that.
though. There's no lab coat, so we got to give him.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, we gotta get you a fucking lab coat.
I will say, like, to your point, like, yeah, Christopher Nolan. I don't know. Like, I think this will be the best movie of the year, but Dune Part 3 is coming out, and Denis Villeneuve is on.
I am not-
level.
Fuck Dune.
Dune is fucking boring as shit. I'm sorry.
The 1984 one, yes.
No, all of them.
No, all of it.
I hate you.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna. This might piss Johnny off too. So Johnny asks, "Would you say that Nolan is the GOAT?" I don't like the word GOAT. I don't. Oh, is he the
just hate
GOAT
them?
of all? No, I'm saying, like, is he the best of all time? Like what? It's like the Michael
No.
Jordan and LeBron argument. No.
I mean, I will tell you, in terms of filmmaking, he's up there. He's in.
Well,
depth.
I just
I'd
don't
say
like
he's
the word
top 5
GOAT.
filmmaker of all time.
Because it's not fair saying he's the GOAT, because there's a future director going to come in that did 2 movies that are probably better than all his movies. And what are you going to say? You're going to give that guy the title of the GOAT because he did 2 better movies than Nolan?
All right, good argument.
I don't like how you pass the GOAT around like that. I just don't like
I
it.
don't
I
want the
understand.
GOAT argument. I want more filmmakers to strive to be on this level.
Yeah.
I want to see.
Listen,
them
the only
like, I
GOAT.
want to be the best.
I hate to admit this, but if I had to be forced to say someone is a GOAT, it's Tom Brady. Even though I don't like him.
I'm gonna go eat a burger and fall asleep.
I'm gonna touch myself.
No, I'm also not a fan of throwing the term "goat" around when it comes to this. There's different directors that do different things, and there's future up and coming ones that are going to be as inspired by the ones we are fucking fawning over now, that are going to take it to another level at some point, probably. And it's just going to keep going. That's just the evolution of filmmaking. It's the evolution of sport. It's the evolution of everything.
Yeah.
Ideally. So I don't like throwing the term "goat" around.
Yeah, I gotta agree with them on this, Johnny. Like, to say like Spielberg is MJ and Nolan is, that leaves so many amazing directors out of the conversation. That
Exactly.
I do think that filmmaking is such a collaboration that doing that like is a disservice to filmmakers and artists.
Yeah. It's tough to for me again. It's tough to answer because I would have to go through we'd have to go through more than just we just did Nolan. We'd have to go through like another more directors, 10 to 12 movies, however many movies we did there of his, and kind of that would be a better way to figure it out.
Fincher's a great director. I would love to cover, and he's only got like 10 movies, 13 movies, something like that. But like, I don't know. Like, there are directors that like, yeah, I don't want to do the GOAT conversation. I think I'm falling out of love of like those.
I would say more so of a favorite than anything because everybody has their own opinionated.
No, yeah,
more
like
like
Spielberg's
favorite
a
or your own
favorite.
top fives. Yeah,
yeah. Its favorites are different. That's a different meaning. Yeah, that's your favorite. It's not everybody's favorite,
but it's your GOAT, your favorite. That's pretty much what he's asking.
Well, I just don't like the word GOAT.
I would just say it's my favorite. Like Spielberg's
Yeah, me
personal
too.
favorite. Scorsese. How do you not put him in the conversation? You know, like it really is. To quote Ric Flair, to be the best, you got to beat the best. So these future directors need to step their game.
They do. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie about that.
And they should. Why don't filmmakers that are coming out, like, I get tired of these filmmakers who are like, we're going to make these shitty horror movies, like, on the level of, like, the 80s ones we love. And it's like, why wouldn't you make a good movie?
Good, right. Make a good 80s version.
They were
modern
trying
day.
in the 80s. They weren't trying to make bad movies. They were trying to make things that was working at the time for audiences, but they were trying to make the best movie they could.
Right.
Yeah.
I think the point is realizing the line between trying to make a good movie and using what you loved as an influence.
Yeah, agreed. And I mean, again, like Gamer was just saying, you can still throw the 80s vibe in there, but just make it a really good film. Like, try at it, bust your ass at it. Don't make
good
it.
scenes, good lighting,
good story.
camera work. Yeah, good story.
I mean, if you gave Blood Lake an
that-
extra
Johnny's-
flashlight or two, maybe it would have been a better
trolling.
movie.
Johnny is trolling, and I think he wants to fight me.
No.
Yeah, he does.
After
think
Seagal.
No, but, like, it's Spielberg. To say Spielberg is ass, like, come on.
No, he's not ass. For one, Jurassic Park is awesome.
Scorsese, yeah, he's trolling. All right, I'm ending this show because I'd rather
Spielberg may have been a power bottom, but that's none of our business.
All right, everybody, take it away. What you got for us? Let's start with you, Fade.
I got nipples. Okay. I put out. I use it for. It started off personal, like a therapy thing, but then I started sharing out. I make music with the help of AI, and I put out a song every Friday. Then, of course, you can see me here in Horror with 30.
Nice. Gamer, tell us where you're at.
Anywhere you can find me at Worst Damn Gamer Ever. Trying to grow the Facebook page right now, but you can catch me Friday nights playing Fortnite, Fortnite Friday, every Friday night, 10 p.m. You can catch me on Horror with 30 on Thursdays, here on Popcorn and Pints on Saturdays, Motivational Mondays on Monday. Whenever that happens, you're gonna have to hit that notification bell because I am random and I don't like keeping to schedules and feeling like I have to do things. So I go live when I want. So you're gonna want to hit that bell so you know when I'm live and you can watch and have a good time with me.
Stories, how about you, man? What you got?
Beers, bars, bands, all on podcast form, YouTube, all the podcast channels. Check it out. National, local. I'm in the 518 when it comes to bars and breweries. National for bands that I've talked to. A lot of awesome punk bands from Canada, Chicago, Baltimore that I've talked to. Check it out. You'll find Stories from a Bar on all major podcast platforms.
There you go. There you go.
Same with the Scene Snobs. Go check out the channel. Subscribe over there. That's our main hub. We have a lot of reviews, things like that to go check out. We just love talking about movies and having discussions. We had a great episode last night about sea monsters and sharks that kind of devolved into something
Sea
freakier.
shanties.
But,
It was
but
wild.
interesting. I would say that our conversation was still interesting and kind of kept everybody going. So go check that out. We have another new episode coming out Monday. We're going to be doing a real combat where we have a special guest judge. We're going to try and convince him to watch our movies. And we're also running a contest right now for a giveaway. If you become a paid Patreon member, you could win the Yoshi popcorn bucket. Right here, it's brand new. It's still in the box that I got it in, and you can win that by becoming a paid member before August 31st. We will draw the winner on September 10th, and then make sure to stick around and stay a member because there's other perks available, and we're going to be doing more giveaways in the future. Now, Sturdy, take it away, my friend.
Yes. Well, as you know, every Thursday over on the Sturdy Vision channel on YouTube, we are live, but everywhere you can listen to podcasts, you can hear Horror with Sir Sturdy. And this Thursday, we're still backpacking, and guess where we're going? James is going to be real excited for this because he feel more comfortable. The UK. He's going to feel right at home.
White.
Wait,
Or-
what?
Yeah.
Why the UK?
You know
Because
why.
it's white.
UK's white?
The Severed Son.
The Severed Son this Thursday, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, 8:13.
If you said like Sweden or something, now I'm like, okay, I get it.
Thursday the 13th.
So
We'll
UK.
be reviewing that and
The
knocking
UK
that
is
out.
pretty diverse, yes.
Yeah.
And then, right back here next weekend, we got a long walk to do. We're gonna try to stand by each other, and we're gonna be
Oh,
reviewing
dear God.
the long walk and stand by.
Yeah.
That's next week. Oh,
Yes, and
Next
if I
Saturday.
could add to this is a continuation of our King-tastic voyage,
Yeah.
which we are watching all of the Stephen King adaptations for the next 2 years, and we're continuing on this month. So make sure.
Yes,
I
yes, the
could
next
not
2
be
years, 'cause
less
he has too
fucking
many.
excited to watch Stand By Me again.
I love that movie. I don't know why you hate it.
It's one of those movies
we'll find
when
out
you
next
first
week.
you're like, cool. But yeah,
I
you'll find
just
out.
appreciate it. River Phoenix did a great job.
Yeah.
There's a reason he died, and it was this movie.
Jesus Christ.
You even
All
made
right, well, we're
James
going to
say
end it
that.
on that one. I want to say thank you guys. Thank you, Grandizer. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, all of you who are watching and listening and hanging out
Yes.
with us. Make sure to follow us at Popcorn and Pints all over the place. And make sure to kind of interact with us. Let us know what's going on and join us on Saturdays and join us in the comments like everybody does. We love it. But until next time, we are the Popcorn Heads, I guess. I don't know.
Follow Twitter,
Thanks.
Instagram, Facebook.
Yes.
Going
Facebook,
over.
YouTube, and thanks for popping by. And peace.
Bye.